Hey folks, and welcome to another video here in my toolkit series. I was just carving a couple of spoons today out here, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to introduce this knife to you that you probably know already or heard about. This is the Sloyd blade by Westerman, and it is my main spoon carving, or at least finishing knife. A couple of days ago I uploaded a video about my Mora 106 Sloyd knife, and you just saw an in-depth view in some detail shots how the blade looks and what I'm using it for. And if you're interested in it, please just browse my channel for that video. It's definitely very informative, and yeah, I'm just calling that Mora knife the best value spoon carving knife out there. However, when you're on a budget, then those Mora knives are great, and I definitely have them as well. And I think probably every spoon carver has a Mora 106 or something similar. But this here I would call the Shelby GT of spoon carving Sloyd knives. This is a blade, so from Westermann, or maybe I just want to start like that. Westermann is a blacksmith from the UK, a very cool guy and dear friend of mine. But first and foremost, he's probably one pioneer of blacksmiths, going back to forging blades specifically for green wood carving and Sloyd, so to say. So he made himself a name as an absolute state-of-the-art blacksmith, doing all kind of green wood carving blades, not only Sloyd knives, but also hook knives and gouges, and especially famous and hard to get is one of his axes. So this one here is one of his Sloyd knives, and this is the monosteel version from 50 to 100 ball bearing steel, as far as I know. He also has a laminated version, and you buy blades from him, and for a while I made custom knives using his blades and put my own handle on it, more elaborate ones than this, but this one here is actually from Lignum Vitae, the tree of life, which is, as far as I know, one of the densest and hardest woods in the world. And I just thought it would be a very nice wood to make a handle from. So there's nothing very fancy about the handle, but it's very functional, and it goes with my own philosophy about knife handle making, which is that the inside of your hand is faceted. So in order to have a knife that is staying in your hand, not turning or twisting and giving you a hard time and some fatigue in your elbow and joints, your knife handle should be octagonal or faceted as well. And then of course I have my slopes up here that I use in my thumb, where I put my thumb on, in my chest lever grip, and of course when I carve towards myself in whatever way possible. So that's a couple of features that I put on my handles. Other than that, this was just a rather quick job for a purely functional spoon carving blade that I'm using every day. I left the notch here. I didn't handle the knife in a way that the spine would lean forward a little bit more to get this notch into the handle, because I use these basically as a ricasso or a sharpening notch, so I can still sharpen the whole blade all the way down here. It has a rounded spine, which is a very important detail. And as you can tell, it is probably about 8 centimeters long, somewhere around the 3.5 inch mark, and probably about 2 millimeters thick. So we have a very gradual and not too extreme curve in the blade, with a fine tip, and we have of course straight bevels. They are not as extreme as in the Mora, and the bevels are a little bit shorter, and I think the angle is a little bit bigger. So here we probably have something like a 20-degree bevel, which in combination with the ball bearing steel does for a very durable edge that is still absolutely crazy sharp. And this is my favorite finishing blade, as I said before. I made myself a birch bark sheath for this knife back in Canada, and I'm just using it as a cover. I had it on my belt for a while and it was very durable, but I mainly use it as a cover. Yeah, so I wanted to insert a couple of shots here where I'm using the knife. Actually, in the shots you just see me working a spoon, or actually finishing a spoon after some drying. And you can see that even though this cherry is extremely, or particularly hard in this case, this piece of cherry was very dense and hard, the blade does a beautiful job actually going through the material and leaving a very fine finish. So I carved these spoons, well, this particular one, more than 2 years ago, with this very knife, and I haven't used it yet, but this has already traveled quite a lot with me back from Japan, and you can tell that the finish is still so smooth. A lot of people ask me why I don't sand my spoons, and the reason, first and foremost, I hate the dust, but it's also that this knife just leaves such an amazing finish on dry wood like this. Here's a piece of spalted birch. This like amber. And here's a piece of extremely hard buckthorn that I carved in Canada. The finish is superb. So yeah, folks, I hope with the detail shots about this knife and the couple of details I was able to tell you about it, it's easier for you to make a decision and a commitment to getting yourself one of these. As I said, a Mora is a beautiful spoon carving knife, but as far as edge retention, it sometimes has its limitations. And I can say that after a lot of experience now using these two knives parallel to each other, using about 6 or 7 different woods between Japan, Austria and Ontario in Canada. So I base these or this review on a lot of experience with this knife. So yes, that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you, folks. I hope you're enjoying the videos and these are helpful for you. Sometimes my videos have affiliate links now in the description box, since I need to find a way to make these the time I use for shooting and editing. I need to make it worthwhile, and so yeah, I just sometimes link some affiliate links down there for the camera equipment that I'm using, for the knives that I'm using. I still buy all my Mora knives from Amazon because it's usually the best deal that I find. This one comes from Nick Westermann's page, of course, which I'm gonna link in the description box as well. And yeah, I hope you folks had a good time watching, and please subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos, just in order to make it a little bit more easier for me to make these videos. And there's a lot of stuff coming up, folks. There is a spoon carving detail shot series coming up, like the one in this video, and pedal carving, and just a lot of other stuff as well. So please subscribe to the channel so you never miss one of the videos. And with these last few shots of this knife, I wish you a great time wherever you are. Stay safe and warm, and I'm gonna see you next time. Cheers.